expect more layers to your character in the film?
Trailer is a teaser. It tells you what you'll see about these characters. So I think when you see the movie, you'll see exactly when the characters open in front of your eyes and how the story moves. You'll get to know exactly what is going to happen.
All right. And it's your second collaboration with Shah Rukh Khan's Red Chilli Entertainment after 83. Was this one of the factors to take up the project?
It's nothing like that. I mean, it's always, I mean, every actor looks for characters which are interesting and intriguing to play. You know, Shah Rukh is a sweetheart. I mean, he gave me my first OTT film, Class of '83, and I think it was such an interesting character that I had to say yes to it because I was trying to do something different. And then again, they came to me. Again, Red Chilies came to me, and they offered me again a very intriguing and interesting actor. So I said yes.
So, how would you differentiate your, character from Love Hostel to those two characters? And are there any traits that you try to incorporate from those two characters as well?
There's nothing similar between any of those characters. You know, it was Badal and Bichu, where there was a negative side to my character, but it wasn't anything similar to. Even Badal was different, Bichu was different, and now I'm doing Love Hostel where I play Dagger, and it's totally different from that. It's nothing I had to take from that. I was just playing a character which was so different that I had to really read the scripts and the lines and really get myself into feeling the character. And there was a lot that went into this character because I had to speak in uh, Haryanvi accent and I had to do a lot of workshops for that. Then the whole look that was worked on by Shankar, it was his idea that the look should be the way he wanted it. And it was me adding, I mean, I just said, okay, fine, then I'll just keep growing my beard, keep it unkept, you know, let it have the gray shades in it. And so at the end of the day, that's how I look. I did prosthetics for it. And also my character eats a lot of tobacco, so I had to keep a piece of cotton in my mouth all the time. So when you hear me talking, there's a slight feel of something I'm chewing or there's something in my mouth. And that goes really well with the character because my character is very cool, calm, and collective. You know, he knows exactly what he wants to do, and nothing can come in his way and stop him from doing it.
All right. And how the energy used to be on the set? Are there any takeaway from these actors, Sanya and Vikrant?
Uh, well, it was great fun. They have so much respect for me. I mean, I forgot that I was a senior actor on the sets, but whenever they would come and meet me and Sir, Bobby Sir, and you know, it was really sweet. And I still remember the first day when I was on set. I mean, not on set, but when I was at my hotel, there was a knock on my door, and Sanya and Vikrant walk in, and they were like, "So we had to come and say hello to you. This is, you know, we're so excited. We're working with you for the first time, and you watched and grown up on your movies." So they were so sweet, and it was so overwhelming, you know, that moment. And it's just that such lovely people, you know, to work with, so down to earth, so humble, and that's why they're such good actors because they're so passionate about their work. And on the sets, it was just nice to watch them perform, and it was great. I mean, the whole set. I mean, the everybody in the unit. You know, the Red Chilies team, Drisham's team, my director Shankar Raman, all of us. It was like everybody was so involved in making a film like this, and they were so passionate about it. So I enjoyed every moment on set.
Is Love from real life stories of honor killing? Because it seems like that. And does it come as a cultural shock to you when you hear about these kind of
I don't think it's a
news?
cultural shock to anybody living in this country unless you are totally unaware of what's happening. It is just that it is a fictionalized version of what happens around us in our society because movies are usually scripted from what's happening around us in society. You know. That's how we end up writing scripts. So I think it's a great way to make people aware of what's happening and to let them know also that this is how it is. You know, so it was just. I mean, Red Chili's and Drishyam are very responsible filmmakers. You know, they try to do good cinema, and I think It was just something that I was really happy to be a part of.
All right. And how the life has changed after you forayed into OTT space with Ashram?
When I started with Class of '83 with Red Chilies,
Yes, yes.
and people appreciated my work in Class of '83. And after 1 week, Ashram came, and Ashram became a phenomenon. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, that show has just crossed all boundaries and became such a huge, huge success, which I thank God for, and Prakash ji and MX Player, because it was just amazing how well Prakash ji made that show, and all the actors I worked with in that show were so awesome. So things just happened. I mean, I was trying to revive my career. I was trying to do different kind of roles, and I think when you really work hard, you know you can just change your destiny in many ways, I think. And you can just feel that energy coming from everywhere when people start appreciating your work, and it just encourages you to do more and more different kind of work. So after Ashram, I was looking for something different, and Love Hostel came my way, which I was so excited about because it is totally different from my character in Ashram, and it's also negative, but it's so different. So I think things just happened. Sometimes luck favors you, sometimes your hard work favors you. So I just thank God for it.
So, talking about Ashram 3, when can we expect, what are the developments on Ashram 3, and when the viewers can expect it to be out?
Well, Ashram 3, it's not actually Ashram 3, that's the confusing part, because when
Mm-hmm.
Ashram season 1 came out, it was
Mm-hmm.
chapter 1, season 1, and chapter 2 of season 1.
Yeah.
So people are not used to that kind of portrayal of how the series are being made. So people are confused and they think it's season 3. It's actually season 2, maybe chapter 3. But it got delayed because of Corona, and so everything, actually, the whole filming of every project in our industry got delayed because of that. And it should come out middle of the year. And I don't know exact dates, but once it comes closer to it, you'll definitely get to know, because I know a lot of people are excited and waiting eagerly for Ashram.
Yes, yes. So the theaters are opening now, but Love Hostel is releasing on OTT platform. Are there any specific reasons?
See, I don't know. I mean, it's a producer's call where they want to release it.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
obviously, I mean, the scenario of cinemas is still so uncertain, because no one knows, will there be a fourth wave or something happening where the government will decide that capacity and of how many people can go watch, or maybe complete lockdown. So there's a lot of uncertainty about all these things. So I think the safest bet is to release it on OTT platform, and because eventually that also makes a lot of difference. The and I think that's the reason why it's coming on OTT platform.
Right. All right. And so you started off as in in late 90s as a star, and you continued it till early 2000s. But do you feel there have been times when you have not gotten the opportunities that you should have? And it was also said that a lot of your projects didn't even take off. What's your take on that?
Nothing like that. Stories get made on the internet. People start speaking about people, and you don't know the reality behind it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that you know you can't control that. It's not in your hands. And I didn't stop working till the early 2000. I was working till the end of 2000. I mean, I was still working. It's not that I
Yeah.
stopped working. It's just that my projects were not successful or spoken about. But yes, there was 3 years where I didn't work,
Mm-hmm.
at all, and that was a difficult period. But nothing like that. It's just I think every actor goes through his ups and downs. I've seen that happening, and it's very difficult to get back if you stop believing in yourself. And I think that's something I had done for those 3 years, and then I started believing in myself again, and you know, and hard work always pays off. That's what I've learned from my own experience. So I think I'm really in a very great space and a good phase of my career right now, and I'm just going to keep on and keep working hard and hard, and doing the best I can.
Yeah, absolutely. So being an actor from 90s, what are the challenges do you face in today's OTT world? It's sort of new.
I don't. Challenges are the same. To get good work is always going to be a challenge because
Yeah.
you might think OTT platform you get more opportunities. Yes, you get more opportunities, but then there are a lot of other people who are waiting for those opportunities. So there's a lot of actors out there who are now getting the opportunity to showcase their work on OTT platform. And there's always going to be this struggle, this challenge to get good work. So, but that's part of being an actor. You just got to, you know, keep that aside and just keep trying to do the best or get the best work you can get.
Right. So you talked about there was a phase when some of the projects didn't take off that well that it should have been. How do you process failure?
Well, I've done that now. And I processed it, and I'm here sitting and talking to you, and I've been kind of doing pretty decently now on OTT platforms. So I'm really happy. I mean, there's nothing I don't like to think back and about my regrets and dwell on it. I went through it, I've spoken about it many times, and I think, I've just believe that the best lesson in life is the lesson you get from your failure, the mistakes you make. And I think if you can understand from that, you can really move forward. That's the advice I give everybody.
Right. Right. And moving to one of my favorite questions of the evening, your movie Gupt is one of the most loved psychological thrillers till date, and it has redefined the genre across the world, if I may say. And it is clocking 25 years this year. Any fond memories about the film, and did you anticipate it will achieve that cult status in the industry?
Obviously, at that point, you don't know when you're doing a film what is going to be the outcome or the end result of the film. But I knew that Rajiv Rai, at that point, he was so dedicated to his work, and it was just amazing. The music of that film, I remember hearing every song in those days, and I was like, wow, every song is better than the other. And then the way he shot the songs, the way he shot the scenes, the locations we went to, it was just so big, the way he made that film. And I have fond memories till date from that shoot. I got to know Rajiv and Shabir Boxwala from those days. Then working with Kajol for the first time and Manisha, it was really nice because we were all starting our careers at that point, and everybody was full of energy and spending time after work or when we were on outdoors, chilling with all of us, Rajiv and Shabir. I mean, they became really good friends of mine. And then doing the song Duniya Si Nora Mela, I still remember that was the first time I was going to be doing such a dance number. And I used to rehearse before every shot, I don't know how many times. Like, I used to be drenched in sweat. I had to get like 10 pairs of jeans because I was wearing black jeans and, t-shirts so that I could keep changing them because I used to keep sweating and because it was so hot. There were no air conditioning at that time in studios. So it was a great experience. And that song was shot so well that it became a cult song, till date. Memes are made about it. And so it was just pleasure doing that film. It was something I always cherish all my life. I still remember going to Liberty Cinema to watch the film and the way people were reacting to it. It was just unbelievable, and the whole craze about coming out and shouting out that Kajol is the killer. Luckily, there was no mobile phones those days. Otherwise,
Yeah.
people would have known about who the killer is pretty much
Yeah.
before they watched the film. So it was an amazing experience.
So talking about your future projects, what's after this
Well,
film,
after
after
Love
Love Hostel?
Hostel, I will be shooting for Animal, a film which is being directed by Sandeep Reddy Venga. And it has
Mhm.
Ranbir Kapoor, who I'm going to work for the first time, and then Anil Kapoor, who I love working with. I worked with him in Race 3, and that man doesn't grow old. He's so young. It's always fun being on sets with him, full of energy. And then I'm going to be working with Parinita for the first time. So, really excited about it. And then Apne 2, we're working on the script. So hopefully by the end of the year, we'll be starting Apne 2. And again, looking forward to working with my dad, my brother, and for the first time with my nephew, Karan. So, and there are other projects. I'm meeting people, finalizing them. Nothing finalized as yet, but almost finalized. So let's see, once they give me the permission to talk about it, I'll talk about it.
And you mentioned Karan, your nephew. He has debuted a few years ago in the industry. When can we expect your son, Ariman, to
Well, I want
launch?
my son is doing his education right now. He has another 2 years to finish his education, and after that, whatever he decides, we'll see. I don't know. At the moment, he's a student studying business management, and just hope and wish him the best. And I'm sure all my fans would love to see him on the screen. As a father, I would love to see him on the screen, but I think education is a very important part of a child. And when you grow up and you try to choose profession and things don't work out, then at least you're educated enough to fall back on something else.